Hello and welcome to another Thoughts Per episode, House of a Dragon edition. In today's episode, the king is dead, long live the king. I'm going to keep it short today because I have to go to work later and other reasons, but I just want to very quickly talk about the scene at the end of the episode, because this was another banger episode, by the way. I want to talk about the scene at the end of the episode where the beast below the boards erupts in the Sept of Baela? Is that what it's called? Because Rhaenyra is not in this episode. This episode is focused almost entirely on Alicent and hashtag Team Green. But the one person we do see who opposes them is Rhaenys, and it all starts with them locking her in her room while they're all trying to figure things out. And you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have underestimated Rhaenys. What I love most about the Sept of Baela scene is it seems kind of familiar, right? We've seen stuff like this before. We've seen coronations in Game of Thrones. I like that an effort is made to show that the small folk don't really care all that much. Like, for the lords of the houses, they're told to kneel, and some of them don't even know they're going to be carted off to places unknown and maybe never heard from again. But the people who actually get ruled over, they just want no conflict. They just want no strife. They just want things to go smoothly. So while there's some hesitation, they're just like, we're bowing to this blonde fuck now? Yeah, sure, okay, woo, go you. And while Rhaenys is very much portrayed as being a good, quote-unquote, good person, good guy in this episode, and she's trying to escape this kind of coup, she does also burst from beneath the boards and presumably kill a whole bunch of small folk in her escape. And she doesn't look like she really cares all that much about it. It's a nice little reminder that even the quote-unquote good Targaryens don't care about the lives of the people they're meant to be ruling over. I like how the whole being king thing played out in this episode as well. It was all the adults scheming and sorting it out, while Aegon himself tried to hide from his responsibilities. He did not want to be made king. He knew that Aemond didn't want him to be king either. They were toying with the idea of Aemond and Criston Cole going and killing Aegon so Aemond could be made king, but then they just kind of shuffled him off. Nothing really came of that. I don't really know what that was about. Maybe just to show where allegiances lie? I don't know. I'm sure it will come up later. But yeah, I like the ceremony where as the crowds are starting to cheer, like, Alicent's kind of looking at her son like, oh, well, that's it, I've done it, I've put him on the throne. And they're all kind of like, Otto's looking at her, and they're all looking at each other like, well, you know, we've done it, this seems to be going okay. And then boom, Rhaenys is in the house, bitch. It was great. It was a brilliant episode. I wish I could talk about it more, but alas, I am very strapped for time today. So just assume that all the other things about the episode I also really liked. It was a really fun and exciting episode. Except for Larys's foot fetish. Good God, man. I will see you back here next week for hopefully a more exhaustive look at the next episode.